opening bow season is like a month away. Actually, it's a little over a month away for us up here in northern Wisconsin, or I should say Wisconsin as a whole. But just over a month away means you should be, you know, have your targets set maybe on, you know, that summer, early fall kind of spot. You know, I do, and I'm hoping to, you know, I hung out some cameras here shortly and hoping to get some nice bucks on them to go target. But, you know, either way, whether you have or don't have, you know, we're in August, you need to be shooting your bow. And hopefully you've been shooting it all summer. I definitely have. And I want to make a quick video on it and kind of go through the best way I think you can practice shooting your bow to get ready for hunting. So let's get into that. So I have a question. Why does everybody just shoot from the ground? Why does everybody just practice standing on the ground in your backyard, shooting a bow, or at a 3D shoot or whatever? Why? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Does it help? Absolutely. Getting in reps, doesn't matter how you do it, getting in reps just is gonna help. I mean, if you can pull your bow back, shoot, and you're hitting what you're aiming at, you know, at 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 plus yards, whatever, that's awesome. That's like, you know, that's the whole point of practicing and shooting. But when you're hunting, how many people are really hunting on the ground? I know some of us do. Some people set up ground blinds. I don't hunt from ground blinds a ton. Maybe this season, actually the spot that I kind of want to hunt like opening weekend or really early in September, I think I might hunt from the ground. So it'll be kind of a new thing for me. So obviously shooting from the ground helps with that. But most of the time we're in a tree, right? 20 feet high at least, 15 to 20 feet high. Why wouldn't you practice shooting from that height, right? Think about that for a second. Think about that. I think I might know why most people shoot from the ground. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but doing the process of hanging a tree stand in your yard or even on public land if you don't have the space, just to go up there and shoot some arrows, it's a lot of work. So obviously it's so much easier just to stand on the ground and shoot. But today I did the work. So I got this little guy set up right here. And I'm sure you can see what's weird about this thing right away is I have no legs because I couldn't find my stakes. So I just propped it up with this piece of wood. So I'm basically shooting at a bedded buck. That's okay with me. And right here, right where I parked the lawnmower, hung a tree stand right there. So about 25 to 30 yards. Actually, I haven't walked this off yet. I'm just kind of guessing. And that's how I like to shoot. I don't hunt with a rangefinder. Maybe I should though, honestly. It's probably really smart to do that. If you guys do that, good on you. I don't. I like to just kind of judge it because things happen so fast that 9 times out of 10, I just don't, close quarter situations where I'm bow hunting, I just don't have the time, in my opinion, to pull out a rangefinder and, you know, guess it's, or look at it and say, oh, it's 34 yards. I like to guess and I like to practice that way. And I think, it's worked out for me so far. So that's how I'm doing it. I'm guessing just by looking at this is probably about 25 yards. So when I get done, we'll walk it off and see if I was close on that. And either way, 20 yards, 30 yards, same pin. So it really doesn't matter. So I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna go climb this tree and fire some shots. Let's get to it. I'm up in the tree right now. As you can see, it's thick. I purposely did this. I wanted to be thick. I wanted to be real life, you know. And where I'm shooting, now that I'm up in the tree, judging the distance, I'm still gonna say it's definitely every bit of 25 yards probably. And I didn't realize there's like this branch that comes out, and I'm literally, basically what I have to do is thread this arrow in like an 8-inch hole right here. So actually it's awesome because I can't miss, you know. So this is good practice because a lot of times, you know, it goes, you're in the woods and deer comes up on you. It's a split-second choice and you got to thread the needle. And so I want to practice the way it's going to go down in the field. But I'm going to address something right away before you guys just absolutely roast me in the comments. I don't have a harness on right now. Is that stupid? 100% yes, it's really stupid. I forgot it. Does that make it okay? Is that a good excuse? Not at all. I would not recommend any of you guys watching this, or anybody for that matter, to go out and practice out of a tree or some elevated platform, you know, such as this, without a harness on. It's incredibly stupid. It's not worth the risk. Yes, I'm doing it right now. I know it's really dumb. So, all right, now that we got that out of the way, I'm gonna grab my bow and we're gonna start firing some shots. Let's do it. Actually, I had to climb down like once or twice, so I'm a little out of breath here, but it's a good thing. I like it. All right, first shot. Let's see what we have. Go to the right. Always hate having that first shot be slightly off. You know what I mean? It's like you get that one shot in the tree stand hunting. Always want that first shot to be money. It's not a bad shot though. That's a dead deer. So, like it. Alright, shot number 2. Let's see what we have here. Even worse than shot number 1. Is it bad shooting? Definitely not. But this is exactly why you got to get out and practice this. And I'm not saying do this every single day. It's unrealistic to, get a tree stand. You also don't have to hang a new stand. It could be maybe a hunting spot that's super easy access, that you can shoot. Whatever. I mean, do what's most convenient. But I think it's important to get up in the tree or get in an elevated position, do some shooting. I think maybe once a week is probably something realistic to shoot for. All 3 of my shots are just not on the money, which is fine. So I'm doing this, but I still think at least three days a week, or even every day if you can, before work or after dinner, before dinner, whatever it is, even from the ground in your backyard or front yard, whatever, have a target up 20, 30, 40 yards away or whatever you want to shoot. Even if you just rip 5 arrows into it every day, all those are reps. They definitely add up. You want to get to the point where you're ripping 5 arrows every day and you just know that they're hitting their mark at any distance. There we go. Alright, that last shot's right in the money. So it's good. I'll take that. What I'll end up doing now too is I'll probably shoot this. You get to your max shooting where you start getting fatigued. It starts to get tougher to pull back the bow. And then once you start making those kind of mistakes, you could just be off, 4 inches here, 4 inches there. It could be the way you're gripping the bow, could be the way you're holding it after you release. And then you get into this like non-stop adjustment period where you're, all right, you're moving your sight this way, you're moving it right, you're moving it left, up and down. You don't want to do that. You're just never going to be consistent. So my range is probably 20, 30 arrows. My draw is 75 pounds, which I like. So 20 arrows, and it's easy to find that point of exhaustion, because you just start feeling it when you start pulling the bow back. You can almost feel, start to shake a little bit. I could actually kind of feel it today, which is funny because, I shot a ton yesterday, like a lot, probably more than I should have, and I'm actually feeling it today, so it's kind of amazing. But could be why I'm a little off there. My grouping is not, it's not incredibly tight, but it's definitely not bad by any means, especially, 25, 30 yards, whatever that is. That's close quarter bow range. That's exactly what I'm, going to be doing out hunting. And then what I like to do with this too, with these 20 arrows or 30 arrows or 40, whatever it may be for you guys, this spot that I hung this tree stand, I did it on purpose to make it thick, but I kind of screwed up in the sense that, it's 25, 30 yards right now, which is good. That's always how I set up my hunting, but I still want to be able to shoot 40, 50, 60 yards. Last year I shot a nice buck at 52 yards on the move, and, most of the time, 52 yards, on the move like that, it's not really a shot that you hear most guys taking. It's not really a shot that I ever thought I would be taking, but I just, shot my bow so many times last year and prepared for that, and I felt really comfortable that when I let that arrow fly that I was going to hit my mark. So it's important to shoot at different distances. Don't get caught up in just 20 yards. I mean, you want it to be, you want to have so many reps on target that at 20 yards you're ruining arrows. 25 yards, 30 yards. You're having to buy more arrows because you're getting such tight groupings that you're breaking them. So that should be the goal. 50, 60 yards or whatever your max is. Say mine's probably 60 yards shooting on a target. Hunting wise, I don't know if I would take that 60-yard shot. I feel confident with it, but depending on the buck, it just, those are the things that would eat you alive if you miss. But 50 yards, 40, 50, 60 yards. Because every situation I'm hunting in the woods, you're not going to see much further than that. Even that, in some cases, unrealistic. I shot my buck in an opening, and I just happened to, actually I watched the deer at 45 yards for quite some time. I didn't have a shot at him, and then he was chasing a doe. He's hot right on her, and she spun around and went to go away. think she busted me like all those big old does do, and he just started kind of quartering away. So he went from like where I was really comfortable shooting to inching further away on the move, you know, and I had just like this little opening. That's why I took the shot. But half the time that's not gonna, or 90% of the time that's not gonna happen, you know. 20, 30, 35 yards, that's kind of the money spot where I like to at least set up my tree stands and, you know, kind of take that shot. But anyways, yeah, so hopefully I'm not going to go through all 20 shots because I don't think that matters. You guys get the point. You know, get out there, get up in a tree, whatever that may be. Maybe it's a box blind or whatever you have. I mean, even if you have a tall deck, you know, do that. But so I'm going to get back down. It's my third trip down. Even though I've shot 4 arrows, it's going to be my third trip down. So I'm going to do this a few more times just to get the reps in. My heart is, you know, heart rate's going to be up there a little bit. I'm going to be breathing heavy, which is a good thing. And that brings me to my next point, which is going to be not next point, but next video is going to be all about training to shoot with elevated heart rate. So I don't know when I'll get that out. It'll be right before season or right before I start hunting. I had these lofty goals of wanting to hunt every single day. I don't think it's realistic because, you know, every buck you see on camera right now or that first, you know, 3-4 weeks of season, it's just not where the deer are going to be during the rut or how I did all my scouting. I kind of set up to, you know, hunt, you know, mid-October to mid-November, basically that magical month of season. But I'm still going to try to get out and hunt a bunch in September. But like I said, it's not going to be every single day. So whenever I get out there, before I get out there, I'll do that video, put it out there for you guys. It's kind of my favorite way to train and shoot, and I think it's super beneficial. And majority of people are going to be like, oh, screw that, I'm not doing that kind of stuff. But trust me, it matters. And the last thing you want to do is do all this work of buying a bow, shooting a bow, buying tree stands, scouting, getting tree stands hung. You get a nice buck on camera, you get excited. You know, it comes down to that one single moment in time where you get that one shot and you don't make it. You're gonna be kicking yourself in the ass that you didn't do all this work and, you know, do some sweating and shooting and, you know, put in the grind, put in the work. And you know, that stuff will eat at you for weeks or months or even years depending on the deer. So nobody wants that. I don't want that. I've had it happen before and it sucks. So anyways, yeah, this is a pretty short video. I'm not sure what else there is to say as far as shooting goes. I mean, you know, I didn't get into specifics of arrows or bow setup or anything like that. That could be a totally separate video. It's just how I wanted to, you know, I just wanted to show you guys how I'm shooting, how I'm training for it. I think, like, you know, in the military you train as you're gonna fight. I think it's the same way for this kind of stuff. I mean, you're taking an animal's life. It's not like you shouldn't take it lightly. So I think you should definitely put in the work to make sure that you're good at shooting. And you're gonna have off days, you're gonna have good days. I mean, that's just the way it is. But that's why the more reps you put in, whether it's 5 a day, 25 a day, or, you know, 20 a week or whatever it may be, if you do that all through summer, all through season, before you even go hunting, I mean, it will pay off. It will help out a ton. So, all right, well, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoy this little quick video. I know this isn't some all these scouting videos and this kind of video. You know, none of this stuff is like super sexy or exciting stuff. I mean, it's gonna be fun once season starts. But you know, that'll be a interesting journey of start to finish on shooting a deer. So if you guys like this stuff, please subscribe. It helps me out a ton. It makes me feel like I'm not just putting out the dumbest videos on YouTube just to do it. So thanks for watching, and see you guys next video.